I pressed mine also now.
Well, the good thing is that your audio, I get your audio, so I sync it. It's really easy to sync.
Do you want a sync clap?
No, I don't.
There was one.
No, it just the waveforms. It syncs by waveforms.
Yeah, waveforms are fucking stupid. Not a fan of waveforms. I'm more of like a ripple form guy. You know, nice and I don't want no peaks and valleys. I want just rolling hills. I like ripple form.
Is this a segue into talking about radio frequencies?
No, I'm trying to sell you a cryptocurrency, but if you want to talk about radio, the frequency of radios, I guess. I see a lot of radios. I feel like I see them pretty frequent. I see radios pretty frequently, despite it being 2023. You know what I mean? There's a lot of radios around. How frequent do you see radios?
How frequent do I see radios? Like radio
like
controls?
Boom boxes. No, like jam boxes, like boom boxes.
The last time I saw one was in Philadelphia. It was yours.
Oh, well, wow, really?
Yeah.
You don't have any in Ohio? Man, you should have let me know if you wanted to see some. I had no idea you wanted to see boom boxes. My buddy down the street, he collects them. The whole entryway to his fucking like hip ass apartment is lined with old boom boxes, like thousands and thousands of dollars of old school, like pristine boom boxes. It's pretty sick. Like his whole wall is just like huge fucking tape decks and shit.
That's awesome.
Why did you bring that up? Why did you want to know about boom boxes?
I didn't. You said you were talking about boom boxes, and I said the last time I saw one was the one that you had in Philadelphia.
I forgot to bring water. This is I'm gonna have to bail at some point and get water, but let's just do this fucking thing.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you could go now. We don't have to start technically yet.
We started. We already did the boom. I wrote down that whole boombox thing. I don't want it to go to fucking waste.
You wrote that down?
Well, yeah. You don't write down skits?
Wait, so you wrote that down, and then you asked me why I asked you about it.
You were talking about radio frequencies, and I was like, "What's a frequency?" Yeah. See, I Uno reversed it on you.
You did something. You fucking.
I'll get water later.
Gaslighting me.
It's whatever, man. I'll drink my little bit of bong water or something, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good place to start. If you're thirsty,
I'll just sip it. It's stinky.
Remember that one time we recorded a podcast and we had to stop after 15 minutes because we didn't have anything going?
That felt a lot longer than 15 minutes. That felt like we recorded an hour's worth of fucking material. Yeah, I do remember that.
I guess we could just we have a whole other podcast ready to go. This podcast is.
What's this one about? I still have no idea what this one's about.
This one is brought to you by Fly Tribe Magazine because they sent me 2 copies of Fly Tribe Magazine.
Me too. Thanks, Netcat. Shout out Netcat. Did your second one come from Netcat?
Yeah, and then my first one came from Fly Tribe in a box with a hat, a bag, some battery straps, and a lanyard.
I want to wear the hat, but it's been so hot out. It's a black hat, and it'll get sweat lines like day one. So I'm saving it for milder weather. Come on, camera, do your fucking job. Fucking, if I can focus, you can focus, camera.
And a black shirt. Finally, a black shirt. A black Fly Tribe shirt. So
yeah, I got this one from Specimen.
Oh, the blue one.
Then I got a black one in my swag bag.
Yeah. See, the thing is I only wear. I'll wear some color sometimes, but I really only wear like neutral colors. So like white, gray, black. Sometimes like maybe a red, but barely. Not like bright. So like that bright blue, I would never be able to wear. I
only wear black t-shirts.
I wouldn't feel comfortable. I wouldn't feel comfortable. Yeah, I was like that for a while, and then decided to sometimes wear white shirts.
I've been wearing black clothing for so long. It throws me off. Literally out of the corner of my eye, I'll see color when I expect just black. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I have this blue shirt that Slaytech made. It's like it's fucking sick. I love this shirt. It's like a cop chasing tiny whoops and he's dropping his donuts and shit. I've talked about it before, but it's like this. It's a nice shade of blue. It's like a darker blue, and I wear that now and then. But I'm always like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? It really does like trip me out to like see color that close when I'm just like straight used to black clothing. You know?
Oh yeah, for sure. I guess I picked up this sticker, so maybe this is also what this podcast is about. Is brought to you by this lipo death. Only because I saw he commented on our video, on our last episode
about wanting to sponsor.
No, he just commented on it, and then I saw this sticker sitting here. So there's some free promotion, Danzy.
Well, these dabs are gross.
Yeah, I don't really smoke a lot of weed, so I mean,
there's something wrong with my dabs.
It's got crack in it.
I wish. You can do that. You can smoke crack out of a dab rig.
You could. I know. I'm sure you could smoke. You can smoke crack out of a lot of things.
No, you can. We used to do it back in the day when dabs first came out. I still smoked crack, and my buddy, we got crack one night. My buddy came over to dabs and was like, "Can you?" So I stuck a crack rock on the dab. I got a dab on the stick, and then I put a little crack rock on it, and I dabbed it, and it got me crack high. It was fucking amazing. So we just did dab cracks like the rest of the night. Absolutely ruined my homie's banger, but it worked really well.
We need a sign. That says 0 podcasts since Bot Grinder talks about crack. Or like zero.
I miss it.
0 podcasts since Bot Grinder talks about smoking crack.
If there's a drug that I miss doing, it's smoking crack. If you've ever smoked crack out there, you know just how fun it is. Like, it can be life ruining, and it has ruined. It's not funny, but if you have a hold on it, it can be very fun. Don't do it. Don't do drugs. It's whack all the way around. But if you're 17 and you want to smoke a little crack, you got your whole life ahead of you.
If you're 18,
I don't give a fuck.
If you're 18.
Although you will end up with teeth like mine. Just be forewarned, you will end up with teeth like mine if you do smoke a lot of crack. You'll have a lot of fun. We'll be paying for it later in life.
I've never done crack, but I've definitely done cocaine. So
yeah, everybody. That's standard issue.
Yeah, not everyone, but there are people. Do you know anybody? I don't know if do you know anybody who's like, I've never smoked weed before? Do you know anybody?
So, yeah, just younger people whose like parents are stoners, so they don't want anything to fucking do with it.
Oh, but, it's crazy how like some people have like parents who are alcoholics or stoners and they don't touch anything.
I remember a long time ago, like, 20 years ago, I was hitchhiking, and this grower in Northern California picked me up. He had his 2 kids. They were like 17, 16, something like that. And he was like, yeah, I'm a grower. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get out of it because my kids are growing up. I don't want to get everything taken from me. And then I was like, to the kids, like, dude, that's awesome. Like, you guys smoke weed? Your dads are growing. Like, it stinks. We hate weed. Like, we wish he would just fucking sell his farm. Like, it's done. Like, they wanted nothing to do with it. This is like the year 2003 or some shit. And it's like, what? Like, you have all this weed and you don't want anything to do with it? And just like, yeah, that's our dad's thing. We don't fucking care about weed, And that dad probably had to fight his whole life to fucking smoke weed and probably been to jail for it and had to fucking go through hoops and shit to get his old grow going.
Man, that's wild. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, it's like anything your parents do. It's like, I don't want anything to do with what parents do.
Yeah, my entire family is like badass auto mechanics.
Yeah,
I only know how to do shit because it's like in my genes. Like, I don't know anything about car repair, but if I like go to do something, my hands just take over and like do the work, and all of a sudden I have like I installed that inverter pump. I don't fucking know anything at all, but my hands just started doing it because everybody else in my family is a mechanic. I have it through osmosis or something.
Imagine
I can just repair things.
Oh yeah, my dad was a mechanic too, so it's like I just figure out how to fix shit. That's why I'm so good with the drone stuff. Or just anything, really. Just like the drone shit is just automatically like in my brain.
Yeah.
Just figure.
Yeah, there's a certain mechanical inclined type of brain that just understands like this does this and goes to this and this. You know what I mean? So you have your whole fucking thing laid out. Like if for drones, your motor goes to your ESC, to your flight controller, to your camera and stuff. Like
yeah.
Car has the engine to the manifold to the crankshaft to the piston. I don't know anything about cars. I'm just saying car words.
Yeah. So the manifold connects to the muffler, to the muffler shaft.
Yep.
Catalytic
converter.
Yep. The catalytic converter connects to the tailpipe, which then connects to the air.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay. That makes sense then. That's what I was missing. I thought it was to the potato, but that's why.
No, so so that's exactly what car shit, drones. I could work out drones. It's really easy. Now, cool. When you first did it, it was like when you first tried to figure out how to build a drone, it was like a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Yeah,
I am also the type of guy who doesn't like to read shit or double check shit. So I fried a few electronics in my day, being like, "Of course that's right." Fire, smoke. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, that wasn't the negative side. Or like, oh, that can't take that has to take 5 volts or something.
You know what's crazy is I still do that shit, but somehow, like I put my ELS. I looked at the diagram on this my wing flight controller, and I put the ELS receiver. I put the wires on inverse, the wrong pad order. Mm-hmm. And there's something about ELRS that those receivers can just like take 5 volts on any pad and it doesn't matter. It's like
on any pad.
Yeah, like if you fuck up and wire, like I probably put the RX, I did RX to 5 volt and then TX to ground.
And it powered up and it was okay?
No, it didn't power up, but it didn't burn it.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's like, it won't. And also one time I plugged a camera in and I sent like 5 volts into the video feed. It was like a Foxeer analog camera. And I sent 5 volts into the video feed and it was fine. So I think that basically there's probably some sort of, they have shit on the boards. Some boards,
like reverse protection or something.
Yeah, they'll reroute electricity if it's in the wrong spot. The one thing though that they don't protect against is just like shorting. Like when you put like the fucking plus and ground together or solder those pads or bridge them, that shit'll just explode.
You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be putting them together.
No, you shouldn't.
You got worse shit going on, man. Don't be building drones.
No, don't do that.
If you think power and negative go on the same thing.
I mean, I did put in a flight. It was a Mamba flight controller. I think I reverse polarized the input. I don't remember exactly what I did, but it popped. It blew up. So,
way to go.
Yeah.
Good job.
Sometimes that shit's so confusing though. They're like, because some controllers are like, here's a solder bridge you have to bridge to change from 9 volt to like.
Yeah, fucking don't do that, companies. Don't fucking do that solder bridge. Just fucking put both on there. Put as many 5 and 9 volts on that bitch as you can. Actually, I guess we only need one 9 volt. Put more 5 volts, more UARTs. Don't give us a solder bridge.
Well, the thing is, the reason that they have the bridge, the 9 volt bridge, is for the DJI plug because the old air unit,
nobody cares.
The old air unit doesn't take 6S, but the newer Vistas and O3s do.
That's another that's another one of my complaints about DJI and the market shares. Now people are starting to make these fucking dumbass things on flight controllers to cater to DJI. You know what I mean? We never had we did have solder bridges before. We had 3.3 to 5 or whatever, but actually, hang on a second. HG0 runs off 9 volt. Maybe I'm not as mad as I think I am. No, maybe I'm okay with 9 volt.
HG0 the first round was could only do 4S.
Right. Or 5 volts. You could do 6S on the 5 volt pad. Or no, you're right. You had to use a regulator. Mm-hmm. You had to use a step down. It came with the step down. So you had to use that. But on the new one it can do 6S. I think minimum it could, maybe 9 volt isn't minimum. Yeah, okay, no, I'm back to hating 9 volt. 9 volt's stupid again. I'm back on that train.
I don't like wiring my VTX to the battery because
just do it. It's fine. People have been doing it for 10 fucking years.
I know it's fine, but there's still like the chance that it's rated for 26 volts, but then you have like a voltage spike.
That's why you run caps. That absorbs the excess fucking voltage.
Yeah,
I run 2 capacitors, one on each arm. I run a redundant one just in case one pops.
That's a good idea. But do you have them on a wire lead?
Yeah. Yeah, a little silicone wire coming off.
You know that there's still it still puts a little bit of noise with those extender wires.
That's fine.
Yeah.
My video's fine. I don't give a fuck about bench things.
Yeah, I know.
I don't give a fuck about 2% noise on some shit. Like it flies just fine. The video is fine.
Yeah.
I fly more than I fucking spend time on the bench, so I give a fuck about marginal increases and decreases in quality.
I've never thought about any of that. I don't think about weight. I don't think
some people don't fly a lot. That's what I think it is. Not to cut you off, but you go ahead, then I'll rant.
That's it.
You don't think about weight.
That's it.
No, okay. I think a lot of people spend too much time on the bench. That's why. Because, if you're sitting around thinking about shit, you ever seen somebody come with some goofy shit to the field and you're like, what the fuck is this for? And like, oh, it's for this and this, and you're like, I don't think that's going to work, man. And they fly and crash and it snaps off, whatever the fuck it is, whatever imaginary thing. You know what I mean? And I think it's because people spend a lot more time on the bench than they do in the field. If you just go fucking fly, if you fly a lot, you know that your quad can have a stock tune, can have 4 different fucking motors, 3 different types of props, and it'll be just fine. You don't need all this fucking shit. You know what I mean? A lot of people watch a lot of YouTubers that try to sell you some bullshit. They think you need to do all this fucking bullshit, and you don't really. Like, you can just go fly your little drone, and it's just fine. Nothing wrong with being on the bench and tuning and tweaking and trying to shave 3 grams. That's fun for you. That's, obviously fine, but don't trip on it. Don't stress on it. You ain't got to do all that shit. Treat it like a fucking skateboard. Just go fucking do the thing,
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting because you'll see stuff where people will, they'll spend all this time tweaking it and they go fly and it's just like like just casual flying over like a field, like park flying.
Yeah, or like they're not the best pilot to begin with, and you're like, my brother in Christ, why do you give a fuck if you have bounce back? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
you have zero expo, your fingers are fucking shaking left and right on the sticks. Like, I don't, that 3% gain in your feed forward is not what's holding you back.
I think you need to turn your I-term integral down a little bit. I don't know what the thing is like when somebody tries to explain to me what like PID tuning is, like the PID shit, I just ignore it because I don't care anymore.
Me neither. Their Superfly preset exists unless you're like into tuning, which is cool. A lot of people are into tuning and being like, oh, look at this tweak makes it feel like this and that. Yeah, that's super cool. I fly, dumb freestyle, like just fucking caveman freestyle, so I could give a shit. You put on the Superfly preset, you're not gonna have bounce back or prop wash. You're gonna be able to fucking rip. And if you don't run Expo, if you have twitchy sticks, I've noticed a lot of people, when I hold their radios, they have very loose sticks. And that couldn't contribute to your fucking flying style. If you have very loose sticks and you don't run a lot of Expo or any at all, you're going to be twitchy in the fucking air. You know what I mean? You want that shit. You want your drone to be like locked in when your fingers are just fucking chilling there. Depending on your style, but I don't think there's a lot of people that benefit from having super twitchy sticks. Maybe Mr. Steel.
I think a good hack too. I think I've said this before. Like when tuning your quad, like I think the biggest thing you can use is just like hyper smooth on your GoPro. Yeah, I mean that's really all you need.
Yep. Yeah, don't worry about the fucking DVR at all, man. If you're running a GoPro, put hyper smooth on, and as long as the two big ones, like I said, are prop wash and bounce back. Prop wash is like, say you're gonna go do a power loop. When you're coming to the bottom of the power loop, your quad kind of wobbles. That's prop wash. You're catching dirty air. A decent tune will get rid of that. So we'll just running hyper smooth on a GoPro.
Also doing
the other one is, what is it?
Also doing a power loop. So you're not coming in like down. Like if you do a power loop and you come in like flat, you're going to get a lot of prop wash. But if you come in,
you want to arc it.
Yeah. You're going to get
big arc.
No, you're going to get, if you come in an angle, you're going to get way less prop wash.
Right. There's also like smoother ways to do it as well. And then bounce back is if you do a roll and it bounces back, you finish a roll and it goes, man, like at the end of it, it should just go to the end. And that's all tuning shit or fucking whatever. Or just don't bang the stick that hard to that side. You know what I mean? Like you can kind of catch your rolls and smooth into that. Like watch how I do rolls in mine. Sometimes I'll spin fast and catch the end of it and it goes a little bit slower and shit. That's to avoid bounce back.
Yeah, I just go slow on rolls in general because it's like I feel like going really fast just kind of it's jarring.
I like to do them really fast before tricks, just as like an extra thing before a trick, and also kind of gives you some momentum. Like if you're just kind of cruising and then you go do something, or you could do a roll and then bounce to do something like that, So it not only just adds an extra little thing to the line, but also will give you momentum to go a certain direction as well instead of just flat out.
I haven't been able to fly my quad in a couple of days because I switched to the freestyle VTX. I bought another freestyle VTX because just the 200 watts is like it's enough on the race, but I just want it 500. That's all I want. I just want 500. I think that's just plenty. That's just like a good for especially flying into the bridge I like to fly at.
There's rumor. Well, I think the rumor's confirmed. There's a new freestyle VTX being worked on.
Yeah, I know. But I got another one and I put it on my quad and I went.
We're talking about HD0 for anybody that's not familiar. Talking about HD0.
Yeah, I went to my quad, put on my quad, and went to the race field where some of the guys were like, one dude had a flight controller for me or whatever. And and I got there and my free VTX wasn't outputting any power at all. He took the RF thing on it and it was set to like, max or 25 milliwatts. It was set to, I set it to every power and there was no power coming out of it. And, I've had this happen before, and usually it's just like, oh, it was set to 0 in beta flight or something. So I went home, and then I flashed new firmware on my goggles and the VTX, and it was still having issues. And I don't know if it's and then I like toggled pit mode. Pit mode was off, but I just toggled it on and off, and I think it fixed it.
Oh shit!
I think
good
because I tested it to the point where I was like just in my kitchen with the quad, and then I walked all the other side of the house, and I was getting way better video than I was before because it would be like I would turn away and it would just be rainbow. So kind of like how pit mode would be, you could really only get like So I don't know, like,
Yeah,
why the fuck that happened.
I've dealt with some shit like that with it before.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, it's like a beta flight thing or something. Like, is there's
Probably.
like a switch that's off or on or what? And plus, I have a new stack and everything. So, like, I
I wish
got
Emu Flight would hurry up and just update all their shit. I
yeah.
mean, Beta Flight's good, but there is that little bullshit like that. It's fuck because Beta Flight tries to do a whole lot. You know what I mean? Like they do a fucking lot for a lot of different drones. I want something just more freestyle specific.
Why do they like the VTX tables thing? Why does that even have to
Fucking
be
hate
there?
those.
Huh?
Because they were worried about getting sued from the FCC. They introduced it around the time the FCC was suing like race day quads and Pyro Drone and shit for selling those VTXs and not checking people's like ham status or whatever. That's why all the websites have a warning on it now. It's like it's up to you. You know, this is illegal unless you're the one. You have to take care of it. It's not on us. So around the same time, Beta Flight, I guess the team was like, oh, we got to cover our ass. So they put the fucking VTX tables in
So
there.
basically, all that means is that you just got to be like, you can't use your transmitter with a flight controller and our firmware without having a settings that you put in yourself.
Right. You have to do the illegal stuff because here's the software for just whatever. No VTX will work on it. You have to do the shit and make it illegal by putting in the fucking VTX table.
Oh, okay.
Even though there's like presets and shit inside Beta Flight.
Well,
It's just from what I understand, it's just them covering their ass.
well, everyone's supposed to have a ham license to operate anything that's not DJI. Basically,
Yeah. Ham license 107,
Yeah.
trust certificate. Fucking got to go give a hand job to one of the FAA.
I got them all.
recruits.
I got them all there. In the other
Just
room.
let people fucking exist, man. Jesus Christ.
The funny
It's
thing about the
ridiculous.
ham license thing is that the frequency that we're on is not used. Like that specific frequency is not used by anything.
Yeah, it's some garbage frequency
Yeah.
they let us have, and we're just not going to interfere fucking anything.
Yeah, and I think it's like the
different
best frequency to use for what I don't know. It's probably I don't know anything about it. I don't know why it's chosen that one. I think it's just probably just trial and error.
I don't know. I'm going to do a dab on a real low temperature. Maybe that's why they taste like ass. I know everybody's worried about my dab situation.
They are.
They're not supposed to taste like ass. They're supposed to be really tasty. Fucking pink diamonds or some shit.
You know what I realized? We haven't done a fucking voice.
Mail?
Yeah.
Damn.
Let's see if there are any at all.
Do we have any voicemails though? I forgot that was even a thing. I forgot
I
to
did
even
too.
tell people the phone number and shit. I don't even know what the fucking phone number is anymore. See, in case you don't know this podcast, we try to do the least amount of work as possible. It's actually kind of hard just to plug in the camera and fucking talk for an hour and shit, let alone do voicemails or skits or find a sponsor. We had an intern, and we were about to hit him up with an ass load of work, and then he broke his fucking kneecap. Wes Does Stuff busted his knee. Go to Wes Does Stuff's Instagram and give him some money so he can eat food while his knee is fucking broken.
He
Did
just
you see that
posted a
shit?
video the other day.
Did you see his fucking knee thing?
No.
Motherfucker fell off a cliff or some shit and broke his knee. Ooh, that's gross again.
That sucks. So he can't God,
You can't do she's all laid up with a broken knee. You can't intern with a broken knee.
that's true. He's got a
Why do these dabs are gross?
fuck, I don't even know what I don't
fuck?
care. I don't have access to like the email on this computer right now, so I don't want to.
I'm gonna look this up.
Sorry, guys.
Why do my dabs taste gross? What were you looking up? I forgot.
I'm
What
sure
was
the
happening.
voice. I was seeing if there's voicemails. Let me check this other computer here. Let me check this. The thing is, I just don't have access to the Dead Cell account on this computer. Yeah. So who cares? There's no voicemails today.
Okay. Oh, that's what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care.
I'm just looking up what my dabs taste bad.
It's such. Oh man, just I mean, having the voicemail thing, like, everything is just. It's so. I don't know. It's hard because I get so distracted easily. I have a video that I'm still working on with the RC car thing. It's become way more cumbersome than I realized. Although, I will give a little sneak preview that DJI 03 would not be able to make it to any sort of store. So, That is definitely not possible. DJI-03 cannot make it to the store from your house. Did you figure it out?
Yeah, it's this brand of dabs are bad.
Oh,
It's this brand, Drip Diamonds, that tastes like sulfur, but he said the same thing.
damn, that sucks.
Oh shit, this guy used the exact same delivery service I use too on Reddit. Well, yeah, fuck this shit, man. I got some sulfur dabs. Now back to the podcast. Now we can
Yeah,
continue.
we're on the podcast. Yeah.
Do you hey, podcast, do you make dabs? Can I have some? I will give you some money. Hit me up for that. I know a lot of people make dabs, so maybe I can get some dabs this way. They don't taste like fucking sulfur.
Yeah. You could just dabs. It's just hash oil, right? Like,
It's a whole ass thing. I'm not just making it.
I know, but I'm just saying it is basically like, the fucking, I don't know. I think I made brownies with that shit once.
It's you press weed in heat and then you get dabs. It just extracts all the fucking shit out, all the like shit.
Oil, yeah.
Actually, I'm kind of high. These taste like garbage, but I'm kind of high now. What is the topic of this one? What is tonight's?
The topic is
I thought we had
try to spend an hour.
Mm-hmm. Can we monetize yet?
Dude,
That's hot.
Dude, I'm not gonna repeat we've monetized for like weeks.
We've been monetized for weeks?
Yeah, that's what people gave us super chats on the live, remember?
Oh fuck, that's right. You know what? They can also super chat this video on YouTube.
Yes, they can.
You can fucking give us money for this episode on YouTube. Don't do it. That's fucking stupid. Don't do it. But you can if you want. The live stream. So you know what I was thinking? So now that we're paying for the software and shit, we have bills now with this fucking podcast. When we need to pay those bills, we should do a live stream and ask for money. That would be like the compromise. Because you wanted to do them live. I don't want to do them live because it's too much work. But when we got to pay the bills, maybe we do them live.
I mean, it's like $40 right now, so I'm not too worried about it.
Well, that's one live stream, hopefully.
One thing, though, that I do know that I am still working on is these batteries.
Sick. The dead cell batteries? Yeah, you're talking about that.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to order some parts for that. I'm just not sure how to gauge how much I should get because it could add up.
So you want to make goggle packs, right?
We can make 2S goggle packs.
Yeah, I like that idea.
If anybody asks, we can do 6S long range packs. And I'm going to look and see so there are two. The dark lithium uses the mole cell. 18650s is the 21700s or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The dark lithium uses those, which those are there's two levels. There's the P42A, which is $6 per cell, and then there is the the P45B, which is the $10 per cell, and the $10 per cell is what dark lithium uses.
Right. That's why they're $100 batteries.
Yes, but
they fucking perform, though. I'll tell you that, man. They fucking perform.
But the more you buy, the cheaper they become.
Right.
So, I don't know. Maybe here's what I'll do. I'm gonna buy like 2 of each kind and see which one's better. I don't even know how I would fucking test that though. Like,
it's probably negligible difference anyway on a fucking goggle pack.
Oh
yeah,
if it's a goggle pack,
putting it through high discharge.
If it's a goggle pack, I'm not using those. I'm using 18650 packs for that. It's like basically decent Samsung or whatever like batteries that have like a low discharge.
You know what I need is a new a power cable. You know, like the fucking extendo.
Mm-hmm.
I have an old ass like Skyward RC one with a fucking step down in it and shit. And where I plug the LiPo in to that XT60 on the cord, it gets super hot. It gets very hot. So when I'm done, like my goggles have been shutting off randomly too, and I think it's that. I think it's like shutting down and fucking not giving it power.
It might need to be. You could take it apart and resolder the.
I'm just gonna take out the thingy. I'm just gonna remove the step down.
Oh, it's got a step down in it.
Yeah, because you can use a 6S battery and it goes to like 5 volts or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know.
Yeah. I make 2S. I have like a 2S plastic 18650 thing that I soldered a bullet connector to, and then I just put that in my goggles. So
all my shit's falling apart because like, bro, I've been flown since the meetup freestyle. I filmed like 2 videos and they just haven't been like any freestyle. There's been none of that involved. So I haven't flown my 5-inch freestyle in almost 3 weeks. I think that's probably the longest I've gone in like 6 years without flying freestyle. I just been doing tiny whoop shit. It's been super fun too.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of tiny whoop stuff. Speaking of which, I have a friend who's got like a bass. He set up like a karaoke thing in his basement, and he has people come over and like they do karaoke and shit or whatever. But I went over there just to fly my tiny whoop around when they're doing karaoke. Because he's got all these lights and shit, and he asked me to do it, and I did it, and then he started asking me about drones, and I was like, well, here's what's going to cost. So is there a way to do it cheaper? I was like, nope.
Yeah. You can start cheap, but you're going to be spending the money anyway.
That's what I told him.
Spend it up front if you can.
But I have like extra radio and goggles, so I'm just going to give him.
Nice.
Because in that way he can just, if he's interested in doing it, then he can do it. But I told him he's got to get in the simulator because, it's hard to fly a drone if you've never flown one before.
I gave away my last pair of analog goggles the other day.
The Orcas?
Yep. I passed them on. All I have is HD zeros now. I used to, I always had a backup radio. I always had backup goggles. Like, since I put out weekly videos, I'm like, I have to have backup shit. If something breaks, I can't afford to like send it in. And now I could give a fuck, bro. If all my drones broke right now, if all my drone shit broke right now and I had to put a video out next Saturday, I could figure something else out. I'd make a video that just didn't involve drones. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if people have noticed watching my YouTube videos, but there's like less and less of the old just here I am to fly freestyle drone and shit. Like my fucking my battery video had I think maybe 60 seconds total of drone flying, and that was just tiny hoops. It was like a 10-minute video. The majority of it was me fucking walking around town hanging out. And that video did all right too. Like it did, it was 7 to 10 or fucking whatever, but that's still fine. It didn't like fucking bomb or anything.
Nice.
I'm wondering what that one's at right now. And the thumbnail was good. I don't know what was up with that. I thought the execution was pretty decent too. I don't know why that video didn't do that great.
I don't know, man. I don't know anything anymore about this shit.
I mean, it has 7,000 views. It came out on Saturday. Like, that's still, I mean, that's good, right? That's good, but like, I usually get more than that.
Yeah. It might also just be the thing. Like, oh, okay. So, there's like a core audience of people that will give you a high click-through rate that watch your videos. So, you might get like a really high click-through rate, but for some reason, YouTube's decided not to recommend it to new people.
I think, and I know you say it doesn't matter, but I think it's because I get like 10 copyright fucking notices on mine. That's like the person that the artist has chosen to receive analytics and not receive the money from this or fucking whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that matters because then if they're not making money, YouTube ain't making money. YouTube doesn't give a fuck.
YouTube's making money off that still.
They're not making that much though. You know what I mean? Say if I was like Michael Reeves and this happened, yeah, they would still promote the fuck out of that. But little old me, they're probably like, nah, we'll just put something else in that slot that we can throw a fucking 30-second video ad over, even if it only gets the same amount of views. You know what I'm saying? And I don't do the video views. Anytime, like on my monetized thing, if I don't click no, I'll click like the card or whatever. So there shouldn't be videos or video ads ever in my videos unless YouTube just puts them on there. And once your video gets over like 10,000 views, YouTube will just put an ad over it anyway, no matter what.
Yeah, YouTube puts ads on it, but they're definitely putting ads on it if you have copyrighted music on it.
Yeah. Because the label that owns that song can choose to get the ad revenue from it instead of views. Some of them will split it with you. Some of them just straight fucking take that shit.
Yeah. So I don't put copyrighted music in it anymore in my videos anymore because I want to make ad revenue.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I don't. I make Patreon money, so I don't have to do ad revenue.
yeah, well, I mean, the thing is you do both. Like once you see like,
Yeah, it's not worth it for me though. It's not
yeah.
going to be that much money. If I monetized, that'd be maybe an extra $400 a month for me. But me being able to use like a Tribe Called Quest in my New York video is way more worth it to me than getting a few extra bucks at the end of the month. An extra, say I made $100 from that video. Well, actually, no, that wouldn't be 400 a month. I would make maybe $100 extra a month if I monetized, because my shit's not making that much. My CPM ain't that fucking much. So it's not worth it to make that. It'd be $25 a video basically, because I put out 4 a month. If I monetized, I'd make $25 off that video. I'd rather use music that's fitting for my video and gives it a better energy and feel and vibe than make $25. You know what I mean? Now, if I was getting like $1,000 per video or some shit, we can fucking talk about my ethics. But for $25, no, I'm going to use the music I want to use in my videos.
You know what my CPM was on my last video?
What is that? And CPM is what? For those that don't know,
How much advertisers pay for every 1,000 views?
right? How much money you get?
Yeah, so it was 11 playback based CPM. It's $11 total, I think, for that. But what was the actual like per 1,000 though? Is what I'm trying to see.
Let me see my
It was
last
like really high.
eligible-
It was like really high. It was like I can't fucking find out how to find this shit. They
It's in the analytics
CPM. Here we go.
and then
CPM.
revenue.
$6.34.
All right, so mine from my last video that I did monetize was my "I Have a Problem" video where I fixed my radio, and that was $5. My CPM was $5 for that video, and that video got what was it? 8,000 views. So I made about $15 off that, fucking $10-15 off that video. That's not worth it for me to that video, just there's no music in it. There's no need for music in that video. So
I feel like my CPM's kind of high.
what was yours again?
It was like $6 and some change. Like that's
mine's $5, but that's like average and shit. That's not exactly what you're getting. So my CPM was like $5, but that video really only made me $10 for 8,000 views. If it was exact, I would have made more than that if it was 5 straight across.
Well, there's like several numbers that they don't have anymore. They used to show you like RPM was another one. RPM is revenue for every. Okay, RPM is revenue for every 1,000 views.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Just look at it. I thought it's the CPM. Maybe it said RPM.
Why the fuck why does they have to do this so much? Why are they gonna make this so confusing?
I don't know. It's fucking YouTube. That shit's ridiculous. Basically, the moral of the story: if you'd rather use good music than monetize, you're only gonna make a couple bucks anyway. So you may as well use good music, unless it affects your recommendation and you want to get recommended more, which that's unproven. I think it does affect it. I think, why don't I have 1 million subscribers? Why else? What is the other reason? I would have 1 million subscribers by now, but I use copyrighted music, so I don't. There's no reason for me not to be the biggest YouTuber in the world. My shit's fire, you know what I'm saying? I'm hilarious. I look weird as shit. I'm a genuine giving guy. I got everything it takes to be a big YouTuber, except I don't want to be a big YouTuber. I like where I'm at, honestly. Straight up, I like where I'm at. I'm comfortable with my fucking money. I make a couple grand a month. I'm not fucking starving. I make 1 video a week. Like, I'm chill.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out, like, there's a reason that you are not don't have 1 million subscribers. I don't know what it is. I mean, at least 100,000 at this point. Honestly, what I think what it is, it's the hyper specific FPV drone.
Oh yeah.
It's like so small that like you would have to make content that would be more appealing to a broader audience.
Plus I don't do all the reviews. Like, look at the people that have the higher
but their views are
higher subscribe count. Right, their views are lower, but they have more subscribers. They do the reviews. The reviewers are the people, the tech reviewers. Traditionally, that's always gotten all the fucking things. Bardwell, obviously puts out 1 million videos reviewing everything really well done. So he has a shit ton of subscribers. Rotor Riot has just been around for fucking ever. Mr. Steel is Mr. Steel, so he has a bunch. Besides those people, like Mads Tech, Mads Tech has been around for a minute. Fairly, you can say he's fairly new to like consistent uploads and shit. He's been doing it for a while though. But he has like 50 something thousand. He's getting up there in subscribers and shit. And he's doing all the reviews and he's got good content though. Mads Tech just has damn good content. He deserves all that shit. But there really is. I can't think of any other FPV specific YouTuber that does shit like me. You know what I mean? Like consistent fucking videos that aren't just reviews and stuff. There really is no other. I'm like the only one that I can think of at my fucking level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just kind of make like whatever, like some like vloggy stuff, some fucking skit stuff. I just make fucking videos about shit. Sometimes wacky fucking ideas like rocket drone or whatever.
Yeah, so it looks like you really only like start. It doesn't seem like you started doing like the crazy stuff not long ago.
Like the thingies, like oh god, what was the last one? Like the drone game. No, I've been doing that shit for a minute. I think I was doing it more frequently.
No, but like 2 years, like within 2 years is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. I was doing it more frequently because that's what I thought my shit was going to be. That's what I thought my channel should be. That's what I thought I should be doing is like every video, every week, I should be doing like a wacky drone thing, like rocket drone, the drone dice game, this and that. And then they weren't doing well. Like when I did drone soccer, that's when I realized is like this. Nobody wants to see me fucking do shit like this. Like whenever I do a video like this, it does not do that well. Whenever I just fucking walk around town and fly tiny whoops and hang out, those videos always do well. So that kind of made me realize like my shtick isn't, this fucking here, I'm a YouTuber that does wacky drone things. It's more like I'm just fucking some dude that does wacky drone things and like films that shit, It took me a minute to realize like what my actual fucking thing was. And I still don't know. I still do fucking whatever I want to do. You know what I mean? But now it's not forced. Now I don't think I need to do this. I just do what the fuck I want to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know shit.
I don't either, man. I stumbled into this shit. I just had fun making videos, and now it's my job, so I'm doing it. It's still fun. I just want to make them better now. I want to make shit good. I want to make interesting things, and I have a lot of fun just running around town tiny whooping, but I don't want to make that my entire channel.
I think this podcast is helping our channels a little bit.
I don't know. I don't fucking care about this podcast. I like this. Let me put some context around that. I really like this podcast. It's fun. I like doing it every week, but this is like my most low effort thing that I do out of all my media stuff. You know what I mean?
Like I literally edited the one today. Like I started it last night and I was like, I'll just do it tomorrow. Then realized that I had to upload it today.
Yeah. Like we're always running late. We're always behind. We're always we never really plan shit out. Like I used to be like, okay, here's the topic and here's this. And Grim was like, I don't really want to do that. Now we just start fucking talking. Here we are 43 minutes into the episode. There's been no topic. There's no fucking nothing. But y'all seem to like listening to it. I enjoy doing it. So if y'all enjoy listening to it, that's a great relationship. We'll just keep doing it.
So what's the topic?
Oh my God, can you stop fucking yawning, bro? We're almost to the end. People are driving listening to this. You want them hearing you yawn? That's going to be on you. That wreck's going to be on you, dog, if they fall asleep at the wheel.
Speaking of wreck, I saw this video today where this dude was on a four-wheeler and he's popping a wheelie and he goes into the other fucking lane and just hits another motorcycle. It was fucking hilarious.
That's not good.
Me and my friend were riding bikes the other night, like in the bike lane up one of the busier roads, and fucking gang of those dudes just ripped by us on like really slow though, not like fast, just like on dirt bikes and four-wheelers. And I was just thinking, I was like,
so fucking fun, man.
I was like, I want to fucking do that.
Right? It looks so fucking. You could get like a little scooter. You don't even gotta have a dirt bike. I've seen them let everybody. You got two wheels. You come on down. Four wheels. Fuck it.
It's crazy because like the cops in Columbus don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's the same here. They just watch them here. They just film them. Cops just like film them here. I'm like, hey, buddy, I'll see you at home. I'll see you at home later.
They never tried either to do anything about it because I think they realized very quickly that what are they going to do? So,
I mean, our streets are so small here too.
Yeah,
what's a cop going to fucking do? You're going to try to chase a dude on a motorcycle through traffic and cars on 2-lane roads everywhere, down fucking there's so many. Every other block is a one-way here too.
Yep.
So really, if you want to get away, like when I got my moped, I got it registered. I washed the title out of Vermont and shit. And the homie's like, why the fuck are you getting a license plate, bro? If a cop throws his lights, you just go down a one way. As soon as you're behind another car, the cop can't follow you anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, it's fucking 49cc moped. I'm not trying to outrun a cop on it. Like, I'll just pull over and throw the ticket away. I'm not trying to outrun a fucking cop.
Exactly. Yeah, I would like a dirt bike. That'd be fucking sick. But I wouldn't be doing wheelies.
Nah. I used to try to wheelie on my moped. But as soon as you get up to wheelie fucking height, I broke the back tail light twice and ordered 2 new ones. And it was like, okay, I'm not wheeling on this thing.
I had
I had blinkers and shit. I had fucking tail lights. Like, I was fairly safe on it.
I had a really, I had a cool pedal start moped like several years ago, and like something broke on it, and then I just set it in like the parking lot where my apartment was, which was gated off. Then I kind of just forgot about it for a while. And then one day I was like, oh, I should go check on that moped. And it just wasn't there.
Yeah. I would have stolen that shit too.
Yeah. So I was like, whatever.
Bro.
Huh? Yeah.
Free moped. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get another one day. I just don't have anywhere to fucking put it. I got this electronic moped, the e-ped. Yeah. I barely have room for that fucking thing. So I don't know where I'd put a gas one. But they are chill. I want something for the park. I want a little ATV for the park, which I'm actually going out there this weekend.
I'll bring my go-kart out there when I finish that whole thing, and you can have that.
How far is the park from you? Like 8 hours?
Same distance from me as 4 hours.
Oh, 4 hours? I'm going out there this weekend. Me and Maddie Blunts are meeting up and doing a camping trip. There's a few other folks in the area that want to stop by as well. I just want to make sure. So, like, the entrance to our park, the road that we have the access, the right away on, the guy that's living to the side in the front, he had an old junk car parked there. So we literally, last time I went, we could not drive into the land. We just, it was 300 feet we walked in. But I'm hoping this time when we go out there Saturday, he'll have that car moved and we can just drive down that little road that runs the length of the park and just park back in there. I also don't want to have to like ask him again and have it be an issue, but he was a super nice guy. He was like, I'm thinking about selling some of these anyway, so I don't think it's going to be a fucking problem. I just kind of felt bad, like asking him to move his shit when we're only going to be out there like once a month or so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like disrupting his whole fucking thing. And like, I understand we own it. It's our property. So we do have that right. We paid for it, but politeness and common sense also exists. So I felt kind of bad being like, you got to move this so we can come out here maybe once a month, but it's really the only way to fucking get cars back there. He's got to move his shit. It's his car.
I was gonna, I would head out there. I got shit to do this weekend, but I would definitely, at some point, next time you go out there, let me know, and I can meet you out there. Currently,
I'm going out there once a month until fall to work on it and shit. Then fall, obviously, it's going to slow down because it's going to start getting colder, and then we'll have to wait out the winter. I want to go out there in the winter just to look at it and shit. And we do have some hills out there. I want to maybe do some sledding, but I'm not going to be working on it in the winter. Fuck driving that. It's a very treacherous mountain road to get back there. So I'm not trying to do that shit in the winter if there's like a lot of snow. But, in the winter before it snows, I'm going to go out there. But then we'll resume working on it in the spring. Yep. This trip, though, trying to get a lot done. Trip after this, I'm going to hopefully build a little outhouse and get a composting toilet. I got composting bags right now. So you just shit in a bag, throw some dirt in it. It has this like bio gel that breaks down your shit. I figure we can just do that and throw them somewhere.
It sounds awesome.
For now.
Sounds
delicious. But then eventually composting toilet.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. I go back and forth, to be honest. The land is a huge stress on my life. It's a big fucking thing.
Yeah.
Big worry. It's always in the back of my mind. So I go back and forth between like, I took on too much responsibility. Not took on too much. I don't want to say that. Between wanting to be vigilant about working on it is what I'll say. I want to stay vigilant with working on the park. I don't want to sit for too long without working on it. So I go between stressing about that to being like insanely excited and stoked for the possibilities. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like until today, like last week, so I know I'm going out there last week, I was just like, man, I'm fucking nervous. I want the shit to be cool. I want to make like the best thing. I want everything to work out well. I'm like thinking about what to do. And then I went to the sporting goods store and bought a new tent and a little sleeping pad today. And I was fucking hype. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fucking fun, man. I'm gonna go out there and make a little clearing, make the little campground area for everybody and shit. We're gonna put in a dive gap, figure out a shed and a road and stuff, like gravel for the road. And I'm sure next week I'll fucking be nervous about it again or whatever, but that's just how it's going right now. It's a big fucking project. It's a big fucking deal. I'm so thankful that I have Maddie Blunts and other people reaching out to help me and shit, or else I would just be fucking super fucking wrecked about it.
Would you say that?
Yeah, I would say I definitely I got control over my mental state back a little bit.
Yeah. So
I tried to make mushroom tea at like 3 a.m. and I spilled it everywhere the other day.
Like psychedelic mushroom tea? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Somebody sent me some and I had it in my freezer for like a year. And I was like, I'm going to make this shit finally. Made a whole ass fucking pot of mushroom tea. Probably just like a half ounce in it because I was trying to use it all.
You were going to drink it at 3 a.m?
Yeah.
Oh.
When you got anxiety and you can't sleep, man, you do what you do,
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like mushrooms would make my anxiety worse.
Nah, man, it makes you fucking understand the universe and that you need to go to fuck to sleep.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I probably would have been up till 10 a.m., but fuck it.
Dude, that shit would keep me up till like 3 a.m. the next day, maybe. I don't know. I haven't done mushrooms in a while, so it's been a while.
I need to do them again soon. It's a good reset, like, especially I know when I'm overwhelmed with life, when I take on too many projects and shit, I got too much going on and like stressed about every little thing, where normally I wouldn't be stressed about something. I can let it like roll off. When I start worrying about those things, if I eat mushrooms and think about it, meditate on it, then I'm like, yeah, that's right. That's not a fucking big deal. And then I'm okay again for a few months until I start unnaturally worrying about things again.
I have some spores for testing for research purposes.
Oh yeah, nice.
So
fuck with them. I also have cordyceps, non psychedelic cordyceps that are like natural Adderall or some bullshit.
Oh yeah,
but you don't get high on them.
Yeah, that's right. That's good shit. I need to do that too.
This is the zombie mushroom that takes the zombie one that that was in Last of Us. That was cordyceps.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that.
The mushroom that like takes over ants and spiders and shit, makes them like climb up to a branch so a bird can eat them and shit them out. That's cordyceps. You know about this shit? You know about cordyceps?
No.
What? Oh
no,
God.
You told me about it. You said your friend like has them, that like makes them.
Yeah, it's a fungus. Like it'll crawl inside of a tarantula, or it'll get inside a tarantula, go inside their brain, sprout out, then take over the nervous system, and literally it'll make the tarantula or whatever crawl to the top of a fucking tree and wait there till a bird comes, it eats it and digests it, and then the bird shits and it spreads the mushroom spores. That's how it spreads itself. It's like a super fucked up evolutional trait. Yeah, bro, look up cordyceps. It's insane. It literally takes over the brain of its host, makes the host crawl somewhere to where a bird will eat it. So the bird digests it and shits it out, and then that's how it spreads the fucking fungus.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah, look up cordyceps. It's the zombie fungus or whatever. The shit's insane because it makes zombies out of its victims.
Can they? And if you eat it, it just is good. It's just good for you.
Yeah, for humans, it just sharpens your focus and stuff.
Yeah, probably because we have a complex nervous system, more complex than a spider.
We break it down. We break down the mushroom enzymes and shit in our stomachs, so it can't take us over.
That'd be funny if like they evolved to take us over. Is that what The Last of Us is about?
Yeah, you literally just described the plot of Last of Us.
Okay.
It was like the earth warmed up, I believe, and it was more humid and shit, so it was like stronger and had more of the zombie shit in it than it does currently.
Oh, okay.
So it was strong enough to take over humans, yeah.
That's kind of an interesting concept. I remember them playing the game and it fucking sucked, so...
Yeah, I didn't care. I played part 1. I didn't care for it.
I just thought it was like, I didn't like how much control the game had over your controls.
I was gonna say I'm not a big story game guy. I'm more like first person shooter, but I like
open world
battle bits and shit.
I like open world stuff. So if I was gonna play something like that, I would want more freedom.
Yeah. I'm not big on games like that. I mean, there's been a few. I really like the original God of War and shit like that, but
oh yeah. That was kind of fun for a while.
That one was done well, just because it was like crazy. I have the new one on PS5. I've only played it for a couple hours though.
Yeah, it's also there's another game like that I can't remember. But
Earthworm Jim.
Yeah. Drones, right?
Drone podcast? I don't know. We got 4 minutes left. 6
I
minutes
do want to
left.
make one comment because I got this plane on the wall. I think someone asked.
Oh yeah, so
I've never flown
that
that plane.
Fly planes, bro.
I've never flown that plane before. I 3D printed that plane actually, and then never flew it. But I have a little wing a foam wing that I've had for a few months that I finally got in the air the other day.
Oh, there's an ad on our fucking last podcast episode.
That's good.
That could be a section of the podcast as we could read comments.
Okay, let me see what we got here.
That could be a section for the podcast.
It could be a section.
Although these are just comments, not. We should probably write these down beforehand or whatever. Grim says DGI every time.
That's how you pronounce it.
Oh, remember I was talking about the graffiti drone in the last episode?
Yeah.
Tori H86 says overspray is going to cover the camera on graffiti drone. I didn't think about overspray. That's true because, we're going to have to get it fairly close to the wall, and that shit's going to be fucking bouncing back. My hand usually gets... Damn, Tori, you're right. You're right about that overspray thing. I didn't think about it. I'm going to do it regardless, but I didn't think about that. Good call.
Yeah, and then Zoe FPV left a comment.
You gonna read the whole thing?
You can read it. It's for you.
Oh, you're the one that fucking brought it up.
But it's there. It's you got your name. It's at Bot Grinder. That's not me.
I don't want to read them. Okay, Zoe FPV. I don't want to read that many words, so I can't even find.
Yeah, that's why I said I didn't want to read it either.
Joey Zoom says wiener.
I pinned the comment. Captain Cannoli said he was watching it with no pants, and then I pinned it.
I saw that. Why would you watch or listen to this with no pants? We have 1.14 subscribers. 1,000. Next step, 2,000. Next step, 2,000 subscribers. If you're listening to this on YouTube and you're not subscribed, do me a favor, press the subscribe button. Also follow us on iTunes and Spotify, the Dead Cell live stream podcasts or whatever. We only do live streams when we need money. I forgot. Dead Cell podcast
on iHeartRadio.
Episode something. It says been a production of iHeartRadio. Make sure you check out
partnership
things that you should know.
In partnership with PBS and PBR. NPR Studios presents in partnership with iHeartRadio.
Do you ever listen to stuff you should know?
Sometimes.
They were like the OG podcast. They were like the first podcast ever.
Yeah. The one
that
I really, really remember is the one where they're talking about the in Chicago in like the 80s. There was somebody, like a couple of people died from like getting Tylenol poisoned with art.
Yeah.
With fucking
I
forget what it is. What that poison was, but basically that's why they have fucking seals on bottles now.
Yeah. That was a crazy case. A bunch of super unconnected people died and they had no fucking idea. I listened to that one from Stuff You Should Know, and the last podcast on the left also did an episode on that.
You know what it probably was? You know what it probably really was? If it's unconnected, is
well, no, they were just at random stores. The pills are in random stores.
Yeah, but like, was it all like one brand? I wonder. Yeah. So like maybe Tylenol had a fucked up batch or something, and like
it was on purpose. It was somebody at a distribution center that was putting it in. It wasn't like on the line. It was like the middleman at the distribution center was putting poison in the pills and shit, I think.
Oh, damn.
I'd have to re-listen to it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Because they were like, how the fuck did this happen? And it was like, they couldn't trace it back to like just one batch or whatever was the thing. It was like several batches, I believe. It's been a while since I listened to this, but
it was
like confusing for everybody.
It was, God, what the fuck was that poison? It's like, God, it's not arsenic.
Arsenic? Oh.
No, I think it might have been whatever it was. I know that basically, like, you take it, it sucks all the oxygen out of your body, of your blood and shit. And
God, yeah, it's terrifying,
or something like that. It's insane.
Sounds like fucking space drug.
It's an insane fucking thing. That's insane that yeah. So. I thought that's what I don't know. I just remember that one. I haven't watched any of the other ones. I don't think, or listened to any. I don't really listen to podcasts, honestly, which is kind of funny.
I drive a lot, so I listen to a lot in the car.
Oh yeah.
Or like while I'm doing dishes, fucking whatever. I actually listen to I listen to them every single night, actually. That's how I fall asleep. I listen to Stuff You Should Know because their voices are very soothing.
Oh, yeah.
I just put my little timer on it for an hour and fucking pass right out with that shit. A lot of podcasts. I pay for Spotify Premium because I listen to a ton of them.
Oh, interesting. I think you can monetize the Spotify podcast, but I don't really care that much.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Less monetizing, less affiliate links, more fucking art, more true to yourself shit. I'm getting fucking sick of all these goddamn affiliate link fucking laden videos. There's no, I don't know. Everybody's trying to monetize fucking everything, man.
Affiliate links.
Just do shit. Just do shit to do shit sometimes.
You know what the funniest fucking thing that happened is like the Radio Master video comes out and everyone makes basically the exact same fucking radio. I mean, same video. Like, it's almost as if it's like if you want this radio, if you want to do this review of this radio, you got to.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's literally what it is. Why do you think I don't have the fucking Pocket review out?
Yeah.
Because they didn't send me one because I didn't do a good review on the fucking Zorro. So they didn't send me one. Jumper didn't send me shit forever because I didn't like the fucking T-Light or whatever. But they sent me a T20. So I'm going to do a review on that. But my review is just going to be me flying long range. Like, I don't know. There's so many other better videos. Captain Drone, I believe, has a video out on the T20 that's like, if you want every single technical spec and angle of this radio, he did a fantastic fucking job on that. Why the fuck would I waste my time doing a video like that on this radio? You know what I mean? I don't do affiliate links. I don't even like this fucking radio. I just thought it was, well, I can't say I don't like it. I'll say I don't care to use it. You know, I'm going to use a Tango 2 for freestyle for everything. I just thought this might be kind of a cool, smaller radio to use for long range, but I'm not doing like a crazy technical entire video on this. Like, I want to show it and then I'm going to go fly long range with it. I think that's far more interesting. But there does need to be the people that show all the tech stuff. You know, people do want to see that. That's just not me. That's not my fucking style.
Well, the thing is with these Radio Master radios, like the software is the same in every single fucking radio.
Yeah.
It's just the same radio
form factor.
It's basically the same radio in a different fucking case. And maybe different switches or something. That's it.
Emacs sent me their new module too.
Yeah.
The ELRS module. And I'm like, how the fuck am I going to do a video on a module? Like, here, it has ELRS. It does 1,000 milliwatts. What else? What else are you going to talk about? Well, I know Nick Burns did a video on it. And I'm really curious to see how long he was able to make that video stretch out doing a review on a fucking module.
It's like, you flip the switch to the left and it turns it to channel. You can control all your wattage with this button. And it's like, you know, I don't know. I don't care about that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I like watching reviews because I want to look at stuff, but so I appreciate them being there. But me making those videos, like, I'd rather go make something more entertaining. Yeah, I don't see Nick Burns' video actually. I could have sworn he put that video out, and I don't see it anywhere.
So basically, I'm trying to like get a bunch of free shit from, you know, whoever to do reviews, and then I'll do a review, but it's like on my terms, and then if they don't like it, then they'll just have to like not send me the shit again. That's
what I did for a long time. Like my sneaking drugs into prison with the drone video. That was like a Emacs quad review. Yeah. Like I would just do wacky fucking shit. A review disguises wacky shit. That was my style. But now I don't even want to fucking. I mean, I do want to do shit like that, but I don't want to do like reviews. Like I liked getting free shit in the beginning. And I don't fucking care that much anymore.
Yeah, I would rather do produce just like a cryptic commercial, but I don't really want to do that too much.
So like this company hit me up and they said, do you do like sponsored spots? Do you do like, you know, now here's a word from our sponsor, like a 30-second ad or whatever in a video? And I was like, nah, I don't do that. I don't really want to do that because it would interrupt the flow of my videos. I'd rather like make a thing. But I was like, what I will do is like Bot Grinder in collaboration with this company, present this entire video. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, like maybe you fly me to Ohio to fly drones and do a little meetup or something. And then I'll be like, the entire video will be a fucking ad for your company because you're the one that like sent me to this location. Like I'd rather do that. You know what I mean? Than like a 30-second ad spot for the same amount of money.
Yeah.
I'd rather make it a cool whole fucking production, like a thing, than just like, here's a fucking like, I would never do a Raid Shadow Legends fucking anything. You know what I mean? Like if for $1,000 even, nah, I'm good, dog.
Speaking of which, this podcast is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
Thank you. I have an ad written down on my my to-do board right here. I have a parody ad that I was supposed to do for the in the battery video. I was supposed to do it in that video, but I was running short on time, so I'm saving it for something else. But it's pretty funny. You'll see. I'll tell you after.
Anyway, I'm gonna do an ending real quick, just so we have it. So, and goodbye for now. Thanks for subscribing to Dead Cell. Thanks for liking the video. Thanks for sharing it with all your friends and family. And have a good evening, morning, or day, whatever time it is.